Hey folks, up for sale today. I've got a beautiful 1991 Land Rover Defender 90 in Arles Blue. This is the 200 TDI. It is a UK import, so it's right-hand drive. It has been legally imported. It's now located here in Michigan. It comes with a clean, clear Michigan title. So let me walk you around the vehicle. I'll show you the inside, outside, underside, and we'll go for a test ride as well. So this has just been freshly restored, professionally painted in Arles Blue, its original color. As you can see, it is beautiful, glossy, super shiny. And we'll go ahead and start off here at the front of the vehicle. As you can see, we got a new set of LED headlights and signals. Light surrounds and grille are all new. Bumper is new. And under the bonnet here, we can see we've got a very clean bonnet. I don't think this is brand new. There's a tiny little bit of rust under there, but it is in fantastic shape. And let's take a look at the footwells. Those are in great shape as well. Unrestored, unrepaired, just a tiny bit of surface rust there. So these footwells, bulkhead is in great shape. There's the factory wire loom, factory heat shield on the back of the motor there. Everything's looking nice and original. And head gasket looks good, valve cover gasket looks good, injection pump looks good. All the rubber under here, nice and rubbery, no cracks or dry rotting or anything like that. And later on we'll look at the bottom of the engine, but for now we'll keep going around the top end. Wheel arch is painted to match in Arles Blue as well. We got 16-inch Wolf wheels. Nice set of Insta Turbo 235/85s. Brand new side steps, hinges, mirrors, all new. New stainless hardware, gaskets and everything behind the hinges. So it was done very detail oriented. Windscreen seal is new. Alpine white roof. Door handles are new. Even the fuel cap is new. Doors are in great shape as well. In the interior here, we got a nice new set of Exmoor trim seat covers. So no cubby box center seat, so it's 3 seats up front, 4 in the back. Exmoor trim carpet set as well, and footwells, again, beautiful shape, nice clean sheet metal. And you can see the back side of the bulkhead here. This is fantastically clean. New hardware for the fold down windshield. We do have 173,000 miles on the clock, but as you can see, this vehicle has been looked after. It does run and drive superbly. We got a new headliner as well. All right, continuing on here to the back. These are aftermarket windows, sliding windows, so those have been installed recently. Less rattly than original. Cappings are fantastic. Also LEDs in the back. And let's take a look at the rear cross member. All right, a little bit of paint flaking and surface rust. You can see that's where it was welded on. I'm guessing that was probably done 5 to 7 years ago, give or take. So the rear cross member has been done. Tiny little bit of rust flaking right here, but rear cross member is pretty solid. 8 out of 10, I would say. Fresh coat of paint on the outside. All right, again, corners, cappings, all beautiful. Spare tire mounted on the rear door. New door hardware as well in the rear. This looks like to be a brand new rear door as well. Perfect shape. No rust on the bottom. In the back here, we got rubber floor mats, bench seats that fold up and store out of the way. All right, rear window seals look nice and fresh as well. And passenger door, same story. Beautifully fresh, clean, no rust, fresh paint. And again, same story on the passenger side. Beautifully clean bulkhead. Dashboard looks good. Exmoor trim carpet set. Exmoor trim seats. Looks like we even got some new hardware here on the battery box. Just nice and clean, very standard. This is pretty much exactly what it looks like coming off the factory line. No extras, no frills other than the LED lights. All right, so now let's take a look underneath. So here at the rear of the vehicle, you can see new bushings on the shocks. So those have been replaced recently. We do have drum brakes in the rear, and those look to be factory brake lines. So no homemade bends or anything like that. Actually, that one does look a little homemade. So the brake lines in the rear have been replaced. The A-frame bushing looks nice and tidy, no cracks in the boot or anything like that. And again, there's the rear chassis. Tiny bit of surface rust on here, but super solid, nothing structural. We got a new muffler in the rear as well. Okay, on the driver's side here, there's the rear axle. Pinion seal looks good. Drive shaft looks like it's been replaced. That's a new drive shaft. We've got a new set of bushings on the rear control arms. That looks to be some of that red rust-proof paint, so that's a good sign. New side steps, and also a nice set of bushings up front as well. So underside, the transfer case, that looks pretty clean actually. This has not been power washed off. And then there's the bottom bell housing transfer case or transmission. All looks pretty tidy. And at the front of the vehicle, swivels look clean. The brakes are missing the dust cover. Those can be bought and installed pretty easily. I'm looking at a bunch of new hardware up here in the front as well. On the steering box drop arm, that looks new. The steering stabilizer as well looks to be in good shape. And looks like there's some new bushings there on the front radius arms as well. And passenger side swivel, it looks a little bit more moist than the driver's side, but still nothing imperative, nothing dripping or leaking. And tie rod and steering arm all look good. There's the bottom of the motor. That looks super clean. Again, I haven't power washed this off, so it's you know, the bottoms of the 200 TDI's oil pans usually leak, but this one seems to be in pretty decent shape. And lastly, here we are on the passenger side. There's the front axle. Again, looks like the front prop shaft has been replaced recently as well. There's the bottom of the oil pan. I don't see anything dripping out of there, which is nice. And again, there's another look at the transfer case. I don't see anything dripping out of there. And the bottom of the chassis here, tiny little patch there actually. And that's where the red rust-proof paint came into play. And again, new bushings on the rear control arms. So pretty tidy under here. There's the center outrigger, and then the front outrigger as well. Those are in pretty decent shape. And just another look at the exterior. Now that I've got the bonnet closed, previously I said there was a little bit of surface rust on this bonnet. So I'm guessing that this is original or it's been replaced a little while ago, but it's definitely not new. Just want to show you how perfect it is. There's no dents in it. Nobody's stood on it. Nobody's dropped any tools on it. So the exterior of this vehicle is in perfect condition. I don't see any dents, any dings. Door panels beautifully straight. Front wings beautifully straight. So this is a very clean, very dent-free, unabused vehicle. All right, folks, so let's go for a drive. Fires right up. The 200 TDI runs great. Let's throw it in reverse here real quick. So there's reverse gear, as you can see. And there's first gear. All right. We might have a little bit of traffic here, a little bit of a wait. So I'll tell you a little bit about the vehicle. Again, headliner's new. Dashboard looks super clean compared to most. It does have 173,000 miles on it, but it looks like it's been well taken care of. No holes or scratches or anything weird on the door panels or the dashboard. Nothing's broken here. Headliner looks good. All right, we're clear. Let's go. roughly 70 miles an hour, give or take. 65 miles an hour happily on the freeway. Alright, so coming to a stop up here. Brakes are nice and smooth. Downshift into third gear. Nice and straight, alignment seems to be pretty good. No vibration coming out of the tires or brakes or anything like that. So we'll go ahead and pull into this car wash here. Alright. It just darts in and out of traffic, no problemo. Circle. Steering is nice and smooth. And let's take her through the gears one more time. Alright, heat's coming out nice and hot as well. Temperature gauge is right there in the middle. Fuel gauge is working. Speedo is working. Alright, one more time.